Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the year plans of 2026. Again, we're having a challenge making 600 every 7 years. We're 1.5 year in and that's what we're going to talk about it. Most of the things haven't really changed. Some of them transitioned from 2025. And the reason why is because we don't have a tech job yet. And the second reason why is because there's a lot of things going on in my personal life right now where I cannot put in the effort that I want to put in right now. Of course, transition comes with pain and discomfort, so that's why. And if you've been following the channel, you would know why. Basically, it's about income. So yeah, let's start. I made a little summary and yeah, let's start. So some of them are for 2025. I didn't get completely rid of my bad food habits. I did get rid of my candy habit, and that's why I will now focus on to actually work on good meals and eventually getting rid of eating bad food. Well, bad is not necessarily bad. It could be better. It could be healthier. And I want to take better care of myself, but we're gonna just do it very slowly, not cold turkey, not be like, oh, we're gonna actively do it every week. No, some weeks I like it, and some of them I don't. Let's actually don't make it too ambitious. Let's do it 40. We're gonna work on my mobility. Lately, I have been having body aches, and I want to work on them. And I also have like a little shoulder injury. Yeah, these things are just needed to be worked on. And I will be eventually going on to the gym in quarter 4. It's not important right now. We need to make sure that we have more stable income. All right, let's get into the meat of the video, which is about what we're gonna do this year. So even though we did a little bit of data structures and algorithms, I kind of got stuck, and especially because in quarter 4 we got stuck. The reason why we have been focusing more on the portfolio and on the projects rather than just practicing algorithms. Algorithms and lead code are not necessarily important for my tech role, but it's definitely something that I want to do. Um, yeah, for later. It makes me more consistent, and yeah, it just keeps things important. All right. The next thing is that I'm going to focus more on marketing, sales, and branding. At first, it's going to be copying other persons, but eventually, it's going to be my own unique style. So I already have some ideas. And the business is going to be about selling website templates. A lot of businesses don't have website templates, and I'm going to offer them for free so they can see it first. So I have the hook, and I will provide for really cheap because if you see here, I have certain goals. The first goal is to save up 4K, especially for my dog, 1800 for moving, and student debt if my business is going well, else I will just sell the business. The most important thing that we gotta do, especially in quarter 1, is working on React assignments and other front-end assignments to make sure that I am consistent. We already worked on those in quarter 3 and we kind of finished them. The problem is that because I had trouble in quarter 4 um, with my main job at the time, I couldn't practice. And that sounds like an excuse, but a lot of things happened that I don't want to talk about right now. Alright, so what I also want to do, I want to make some e-commerce. Like if someone comes to me like, hey man, I kind of need a store, if I get a name for myself, I want to make sure that I can set up a store for them, right? So that's really important. In quarter 3, I specifically want to focus on another career because I expect to have a job, tech job, by August 2026 again. I think that, or September 2026 again. I think that's a reasonable ask. So I've been thinking about, okay, full stack is not necessarily dead, but it's shifting to a way that I don't like, whereas I kind of started liking Kubernetes and Docker because I was working on Microsoft Azure and they got me interested in it. So I definitely want to investigate in it. But that's gonna be in autumn. So these are the certificates that I'm talking about. It's called Microsoft Azure. So yeah, if you want to look it up, it's basically like a cloud platform. It's nothing too fancy. The other thing is that I forgot some of the biases that I want to uh, and convert to e-commerce is not important. But I want to know all the biases and how I can recognize them. I want to make it mine, and that will save me a lot of pain and discomfort into the future. Topic 2 is about Korean. I want to finish the Korean topic. We didn't do that last year. We focused more on vocabulary, but I feel like we should do this more often. So that's something we're going to focus on. For the optional case here, there's two optional cases here. I want to build 4 full stack apps. We already started some, and I want to finish them by the end of the year. But again, it's optional because I want to steer wheels going to the DevOps sections rather than going to the full stack section. Full stack is something we can do for business, not necessarily for career. Career, I want to do dev operations. Okay, so I also want to focus down on my interview skills. This is next to React assignments that I have for myself, one of the most important skills. Without this skill, having it down and dreaming it, it won't be possible. Optional is gonna work on more designing. I don't have trouble designing, but it's something we do. And yeah, sell my business. We already talked about it a little bit. So I want to take care of my dog 3 times a week. This is my name of my dog. Spend more time with my parents. Spend more time with my dog. They're not really defined yet, but they will eventually. I also want to check in with my dirty goals. I kind of did already, but I lost the paper and it didn't work out. And what's very important for me is actually have fluid habits. So what are fluid habits? Those are habits that there are certain cases how I would do it that day. Some of them I will do it an hour, but if it's this kind of day, I will do 20 minutes. Or if it's other location, like I'm trying to having no excuse to not do things. But yeah, it's not impossible. We'll see when we get there. Maybe I will play guitar. I want to do it for a long time. It's a personal goal, and I also want to learn digital painting. I have a course that I have picked up a couple years ago, and I really want to start it. So that's something that I want to do. And in other things, finish my server to having my own Nextcloud. So if you have been following the videos, I won 250 euros, which I bought a server setup. And this server setup will basically, yeah, have my storage. I want to read 30 books this year. Other books, we already have the e-reader ready, so that's fine. And we're going to finish our home, including painting. I didn't paint last year because I wanted to do in quarter 4, but unfortunately things happened in my way. So yeah, now you have been updated what the 2026 goals will be, and some of the things are already ready, but we're still defining them. Some of them we already start, some of them will start a little bit later. Again, I am not forcing um, doing a lot of stuff. The focus more is to be balanced rather than working hard. We already worked hard for 1.5 years for getting trying to get a job, but now it's only the interview left. Um, yeah, and the React assignments. Those are the things that I actually need to focus on. So in this quarter, I could take more downtime for that. So yeah, hopefully you've been updated. I'm gonna run it up here. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 600 in 7 years, and I'll see you into the next one.